Welcome. Well, I would say back my Alpha Squad, but this is a new series I'm planning on starting called Creative Calamity, where I attempt to be creative in Minecraft. Ooh, who would have ever thought that? So I thought for today's episode we could work on circles, as building circles with cubes isn't really the easiest thing out there, but it's also not the most difficult thing there is, because it's very easy. All you need to remember is when you work with a perfect 1 by 1 by 1 cube, the diagonal isn't exactly 1 block long, so you just need to keep that in mind when working with the radius of the circle. So what am I talking about? I'm just spewing nonsense. Let's say you want to circle with a radius of 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we have the cross section. And we could do whatever we want to try and connect the sides, but to make it easier, you'd want the diagonal line through there and through there as well. But how do we do that? It's easy. We just take 5 and we divide it by the square root of 2, and we get 3.5 blocks. So 1, 2, 3. We can't do half blocks, so we'll work with 3. Might have to work with 4. Wait, no. Half block just means we're gonna have a double line there instead of going 1 block ahead. Then we can fill in there, fill in there. As you can see, it's more octagonal than spherical, but it's just because the circle we try to make is so small. But that's just the basic concept. Let me show you on a bigger scale. So if we go from 5 up to, say, radius of 15, why not? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Just repeat that on each side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we have a 15 by 15 radius now. So if you take 15 divided by square root 2, we get 10.6. So that's basically 10.5. So with this method, just round it to the nearest half. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and a half. And do the same on the other sides. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and a half. Same here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and a half. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and a half. So now you have the key 8 points of the circle. Now to connect them, first you're going to want to decide how long you want this first part to be, because the bigger the circle, there is a limit, bigger, but over in the beginning, the bigger the circle, the bigger you want this flat part to be in the beginning, just so that it's easier to connect up to the rest of the sides. So if you start with, say, a 5, we can test it out now, 5, and go 3, and then 2. It's not connecting nicely. If we had a beginning of 3, and we go 3, 2, and 2, that's connecting. And we can see how it looks like on each side. Nope. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Sorry. 1, 2, and 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Now if we zoom out, you'll see it looks pretty circular, but it could look better. But I think for a first attempt at a circle, this looks pretty decent. Maybe you want to go spherical. How do you go about that then? Well, it's pretty much the same concept, except you go vertical now instead of flat horizontal like we did. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we have 15 blocks high, and we have our 1, 2, break that, 1, 2. There we go, and on the other side, follow the pattern we did on the horizontal plane, just now on the vertical. Oop. Oh wait, sorry. Break that, place that, place that. There we go. 2, 3, and place. Now we have our dome shape in the one axis. Now we just do the same over here. And I'll show you how to fill in the parts in between. It's not that difficult. It's basically the same concept, except now you're going to continuously work out smaller and smaller circles as you go along. I'll show you what I mean in just a second. We go. And we have a nice cross section at the moment. And for the top part, we can just finish it off by making a little square. But how do we connect the inner parts? We can't just make it all square, square, square up to the bottom, because then it won't look right. So what we do is we take the radius of each section, meaning we have 1, 2, oh, don't forget the gap, 3, 4, 5. We have the 5. And as we remember, the radius of the 5 one was 3.5. So 1. So that's 1, 2, 3, and a. Sorry, I fell down. Half. Now we connect up this one. There we go. We have the first part done. We could fill this in just to make it present better. And now that we've done it at the top part, we obviously need to do it at the bottom parts as well. Except now, we're just going to do one bit where on the horizontal we have this line going through here. So we just copy this part up here. So we do go down and we make that a 3. And we make that a 3. And boom. We have that side done. Now for this side, extend it, go up, go up. Do it for all the sides on the last side. Obviously, if you had a full sphere and not just a hemisphere, then you do it on the bottom side as well. But for now, we're only working with half a sphere. And now we do the next part. We had, this was 5 up until here, 6, 7. So we just go 7 divide square root 2, and we get 4.9. So for that, we go 5 out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There we have the top part, and 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, fell down. Fill in the gaps. And we are coming to a point where you will have to make your own judgment call sometimes. You'll see what I mean in just a bit after I finish this part right here. There we go. So you can decide whether that is to your satisfaction spherical enough. If not, and you think the sides are a little bit too flat, then you can just extend this one rather a little bit. There we go. No, that looks more hexagonal. It was better the way it was. There we go. So now you just repeat that at the side parts again. One, two, that up, 1, 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2. Almost done with this side, and you'll see we are just going to continue the loop of occurrences that I have done up until this point all along the way, so you can test it out on your own, or you can continue watching the video and stay until the final result if you're not entirely convinced yet. And obviously this isn't a surefire way to build perfect spheres in Minecraft. It's just the method I tend to use, which has worked out for me on more occasions than not. Now we have the next part. So this was 7, 8, 9. So we have 9 divided by square root 2. That gives us 6.3. So the closest would be 6.5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and a half. There we go. So 1, and then 1, 2. Now we have a problem because this is going to be 1, 2, 1, 2 to the middle. So now we're definitely going to have to decide whether or not that is an acceptable shape, or if we're going to modify it just a little bit. Oh, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2. There we go. 1, 2, and then open the door. Not all the CreativeCalamity videos will be educational like this. Some of them will just be doing random builds for fun. If you have any ideas for builds you want to see, just leave them in the comments. That looks perfectly spherical enough. So now we can go do it on the sides as well. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. I fell down. We have that side. Now 1, 2. 1, 2. Last side. There we go. Now it's just 2 more layers. As you can see, it's coming together quite nicely. It's very... it kind of looks flat on all ends, to be honest. But now we can just go the next one. So that was 9, and this will be 10. Divided by square root 2, that is 7 exactly. Well, not exactly, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Meaning we just go 7. That's middle. I think we extend this one bit more this time. Just to start with the 5. And we continue the pattern on the other side. So 1, 2, 1, 2. There we go. 2, 1, 2. above. That looks spherical enough. Now we just do the sides again. So that is 1, 2. 1, 2. Go to this side. Should probably have built this out of glass. No, just because of the fact that it's going to be dark inside the build once I'm done with it. But live and learn. 1, 2, 2, single 1, single 1, single 1, 1, 2, and top part. So the next question that will logically follow after we're done with this bit, which we are now, is how to fill in the corners here. So that you can do a few different ways, but as you can see, currently the sphericalness of the circle does look quite decent. So this part you can just start filling in. So just go like that, down, around. Staying on the insides of all the holes we left. As you can see, I'm just covering up the empty slots. Sorry, wrong one. There we go. Empty slot there, empty slot there, empty slot there, empty slot, slot, and empty slot. And there we have the side done. Now we do it with all the other 3 sides. Just fill in the blanks. Continue this on each and every corner. How can you say corner when it's a circle? Because it's a blocky circle, that's why. Again, we do speak of the corners of the globe, so maybe it's just a matter of how you say it or perceive it. if you do this in survival, I would suggest the blocks that you do plan on breaking, like that one, just to place a actual block you want to keep, use dirt or something in its place, and then it's easier to remember which block you actually want to keep and which block you want to get rid of. Unless you build a dirt bowl, then I don't know, use something else that's easy to break, like netherrack perhaps. Yeah, netherrack breaks pretty easily with the pickaxe at least. And we have a nice spherical object in Minecraft. It's not the best looking thing in the world, but it does work. So next time you want to build yourself a dome, as this is currently what it is, then just use the tips and tricks I learned you. Lay out the radius of the center and just the diagonal line, just the radius divide by square root of 2, and then round it off to the nearest 0.5 and use the tricks I learned you here. Obviously it's kind of the same thing with this. Is an uneven center. It's a uneven center, odd center, because it's odd numbers, but you can also do this with an even center. It's just a little bit more like keeping track of what your radius is. So let's do a radius of 10 again. So if you go 10 blocks with a square center, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and obviously 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, you have a double line because it's an even center. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now you have a radius of 10 with an even center, and we know 10 square root 2, that's 7, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, same thing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now just to connect these, so we can go like that. That's a little too flat for just a 10, so maybe just 1 and then 1, 2, 1, 2. There we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. There we go. And even center, also pretty nice sphere. So basically same rules apply. You just need to keep track that with an even center, the diagonal radius starts on the corner of the center, and with the normal uneven center it just starts in the middle along with the other radii. So yeah, that's how you take on circles and spheres in Minecraft. Whatever ideas, maybe if you want to see me build something interesting here on the CreativeCalamity world, leave your suggestions in the comments. Maybe I'll pick a good one and build it. Otherwise, maybe leave suggestions for building tricks you do not know and wish to know, and if I know them, I'll try and teach them to you. But I think that's it for this episode of CreativeCalamity. We have circles and spheres. How round can you get? And if you liked the video, well, if you enjoyed the video, you probably liked it as well. So leave a like, and if you are not part of the Alpha Squad already, why not? It's an awesome squad to be a part of. All you need to do is hit that subscribe button. And if you want to hang out with the rest of us, just join the Discord. We all have fun there, and I'll see everyone next time. Goodbye.